I don't want people to feel that way. So it's just been crazy. I'm sorry that we have to go through that. Hey guys, my name is Issa, also known on the internet as Issaplease. If you're new to my channel, then welcome. I hope that you like me enough to stick around, like, subscribe, follow me, and hit that notification bell. Am I saying it right? I don't think I've ever said that before. But if this isn't your first time here, welcome back, fam. So you probably know me on the internet as Bayhana, the girl who pees standing up and like does crazy shit on the internet, all for the love of womanhood and our bodies and just empowering other women. The videos on Bayhana are all very short, entertainment based videos, really just meant to like hit and entertain you. But I kind of wanted to create these supplemental videos where I'm just sitting down and letting you know the backstory behind every video and kind of just sharing my thoughts about them. This is something that I wanted to do for a while. I was just kind of trying to get the rhythm of things, especially with the shooting schedules and the editing, and like I didn't really know if I was going to be able to do these type of videos, but you know what? I am gonna try my hardest to do it because I feel like we need to have these conversations, and I wanted to go a little bit deeper into the videos than the ones that I'm putting out on Bayhana. So on Facebook, I have a community group and it is called Bayhana, which is obviously the name of the show. And my previous video last week was where I celebrated my birthday and I had a semi-nude photo shoot. And then I got home and I started wondering, I wonder if any other girls have been body shamed, or not even just girls, guys, because we have guys and girls on that channel or on that page. So I did ask. I left a very short message on there and I was like, hey, have you guys ever been body shamed? How did it make you feel? What did you do about it? And the responses were, I honestly didn't know how to feel about it. I don't know if I was, one, happy because people were actually responding and speaking out, two, sad because of all the things that I was hearing, or three, hopeful. It was just a lot of things to feel at one point. I was honestly crying. Like, I get teary-eyed really fast, guys. Like, I'm like the easiest person. Like, it just takes this to make me cry. But there's gonna be a lot of this on this channel. Like, I think you've seen me cry like a bajillion times already. But, whew. Shit, man. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm crying. You know, with Bayhana, like, I just feel very responsible for the people on there. Like, it hurts me, but I also really want to do good for people on that channel or on that group. I don't want people to feel that way. So it's just been crazy. I'm sorry that we have to go through that. Whew, I need coffee. Oh my god. Oh wow. Holy shit. I have to go to the cemetery in a bit. Sorry. I'm gonna be apologizing a lot. Happy thoughts. Okay, so I think I finally regained myself. I also wanted to share my body shaming stories with you guys, which is eventually, I think, led to the fruition of Bayhana, the show. My relationship with food has always, I haven't really had a good relationship with food, to be honest. I grew up in the States. My mom and my dad never really cooked because they were working jobs. I mean, we weren't rich in the States. I mean, we still aren't rich now, but my parents never really cooked because they were obviously working. So it was always like microwavable meals and stuff like that, like whatever was quick. I kind of didn't really have a good relationship with food to begin with. I just remember the earliest drinking a whole lot of milk, and so I was chubby in the States. And then when I was 8 years old, I moved here to the Philippines. And the food in the Philippines was really different compared to the food in the States. Obviously, no, kibautan at tanan. And it was really hard for me to get along with the food here. Like, honestly, until now, I'm 29 years old and there's so much food, na Pinoy food, that I've never tried. And not just Pinoy food, like even any cuisine, honestly. Like, I'm so ignorant when it comes to food. It's actually embarrassing. I remember not having a good relationship with food at a very early age because during meal times, I would specifically have the urge to poop because it was a reason for me to just hide in the bathroom because I did not want to eat. Because of my relationship with food, I was just a very skinny kid. I was short, I was skinny, and that's just how people really knew me. I was isa, katong daot, nga putot, nga gamay, nga lagom, nga babay. That was me. But then, when I turned 21, I met Paulo, who is eventually my husband. And he had a very good relationship with food. He was the kind of guy who was very sophisticated when it came to food. He actually went to culinary school. He grew up traveling, eating a bunch of fancy schmancy shit, and like I think he really just introduced me to food. So that's when I started learning how to eat sashimi, which I'm obsessed with now, by the way. I think he introduced me to a bunch of stuff like filet mignon, to like fancy Japanese food. He was just like, he introduced me to my first yakiniku, to everything. It was all Paulo. He just really knew food the way that I never knew food. Many years later into our relationship, we moved in together, which is, I think I've probably discussed, or I may have not discussed it on, like really discussed it on my channel, but me and Paulo moved in together, I think 3 years ago. When you start living in with a person, that's when you really discover different things about each other, like, oh, this is the way that you eat, this is the way you like your food, and stuff like that. I had only known Paulo like from the way that we would eat at parties or like when we would go on dates and stuff, but never really at home. We were starting to learn how to ration food and like how to like proportion stuff. We just never really wanted to waste food. Paulo never liked leaving food in the fridge like as leftovers. So we ended up always eating like 2 cups of rice per meal, or like a cup of rice. I don't even remember, but nga na siya. And then we would never leave food in the fridge. Like I didn't know how to do the groceries at the time, so we would always have more, like half a kilo of meat, good for only 2 people in the fridge, and so we would end up having to finish that. And so every day of your life just eating like that eventually made me gain weight. And living with Paulo, I actually was at my heaviest at like 110, 115. I've always been around 70 to 90 kilos. But living with Paulo, I got up to like 115, I can remember. I was happy because I was eating, obviously. I was happy because I super duper enjoyed meal times with my boyfriend at the time. But it really did change the way that I looked and the way that people treated me and the way that people perceived me. And that's when I first experienced body shaming at its worst. I was being body shamed inside my house because we had friends who would come over and they would call me inside my own house, tambok, baboy. I'm gonna kick them out of my house. Who the fuck are they? Who do they think they are? But they would just, it was just all playful for them, but it really did hurt me inside. I had people on my social media calling me fat. When I would go to events, people were like, "Huy, is takuan na nimo oy, tambuka nimo oy." But at the same time, it was weird because people were also telling me nga, "Oy, Is, you look good." Because you've always been skinny, you're always too skinny. But now you look okay, you're like at a good weight. But then other people after that would say, "Oy, you're getting too big," and just like, it was just so confusing to me. I think the worst thing was someone actually said that I was supposed to get a modeling deal. I'm not a model first and foremost, but I was supposed to get an X deal with like this really good company. I don't even know which one it was. It was just so long ago. But they had looked at my portfolio and noticed that I was chubbier. And so they did not consider me for it. Thank you. And so they did not consider me for that brand deal. And I didn't get it. And I was just like, oh, okay, that really did dishearten me. It hurt me so much. But then I was just like, well, there's nothing I can do about it. This is my weight now. It's not gonna be my weight forever. So maybe that it just wasn't my time. And that I moved on. 2017, Baldo and I got engaged. And so it was like, all happy, happy, happy. But my two main goals before getting married were, one, to grow out my hair, and my second goal was to lose weight. I would tell Paulo that I want to marry you in my best shape. I want to be the healthiest, not the skinniest. It was really in my best shape. I want to be the best version of myself that I can be when I finally say I do to you. And so that was really the journey of how I decided to take care of my health, which eventually led to me losing weight. And I did make a video about that, about how I lost weight for my wedding. And I think everyone was just hoping for me to say, oh, I only ate like one skyflake a day. No, it was just me really changing the way that my relationship with food, basically. I learned how to do the groceries better. I learned how to portion my food better. I learned how to just like be in control of myself, and of course to be healthier overall. Even after the wedding, I was still losing weight. I don't even know why. And then the reactions started coming in. It felt really good when people were saying, oh, Issa, you're losing so much weight. You look so good. Wow, Is, the last time I saw you, you were really chubby. Now you're really skinny. You look so amazing. Marriage looks good on you. Like, this is what marriage did to me. It's stressing me the fuck out. I'm losing so much weight. Or I would just joke and say, I'm still paying for the wedding, so I can't afford food. I would just try to be really light and funny with it. But I would leave those conversations and feel like, wait, isn't that the girl who said that I looked better chubbier because I was too skinny before? And now that I lost weight, she's saying that I look better. So unsa man gyud, is beauty equivalent to skinniness? Is it if I'm skinny then I'm beautiful, if I'm fat then I'm not as beautiful? And I don't know how to feel about it, honestly. I know that when me and Paulo do decide to have kids, I will gain weight. Or my child will need me to gain weight. And I'm not gonna deprive my child of the nutrients that he or she needs because I'm too conscious of what people are gonna say about me if I gain weight. I just wanna say this right now, that when I do gain weight again, I'm prepared to fight anyone and everyone who says anything about it. Moingon jud ko. My kid needs me to gain weight. I'm here. I can lose the weight. I've done it before. I can be healthier, but you are still gonna have the same shitty personality that you've always had. And that's why you're where you are in life and I'm here. In my head, it's just so sad that I have to think of all the defenses, all the things that I'm gonna say if and when I gain weight, because I'm not gonna be skinny forever, guys. You're not gonna be in that state you are in forever. People change, our bodies change. It's natural, it's a part of life. I guess that's a part of their life too, that they have to be so little before they can be so big, or so little-minded before they can like reach a state of wokeness. The whole point of me making these videos and talking about it and sharing my body shaming story is that I want people to understand that for the person on the receiving end of being body shamed or being called fat or being called too skinny, I kind of want us to realize that things like this are temporary. You're never gonna be perfect in anyone's eyes. If you're skinny, you're gonna be too skinny. If you're a good weight, in someone's eyes, you're still gonna be fat. If you're happy with your body, not everyone's gonna be happy with your body, but their opinion really does not matter. The self-acceptance has to come with us. I admit that sometimes I'm not there. Sometimes I'll look at myself in the mirror, or I'll look at myself in a video, or look at myself in a picture and say, damn, I gained weight. I need to cut back on the food. Human, I'm not perfect. I don't love myself completely. I'm not there yet. It's still a journey, but I think the most important thing is that it comes from us. That we have to be okay with ourselves. I hope that we can all just look at ourselves and just be like, I'm okay where I am. It's normal for people to sit down and have flabs. It's normal for people to have arm weight. It's normal for people to have dark armpits or to have stubby armpits because, you know, not everyone is like perfect. I think we just need to be okay with ourselves because we can't stop everyone from having all these small-minded comments But sometimes I feel like those comments also come from a good place. It's just really our shitty culture of people not really knowing how to say things nicely, which is really just an issue that I have. I don't understand why Filipinos are always like, the first thing that they need to say is, Oy, nanambok ka, oy, nidaot ka, oy, kapoy kag na, oy, nanakay uyab. Just all these stupid shit like, oy, buntis na ka, oy, ayaw dugay-dugaya. Filipinos just have like a really weird way of communicating with each other, and I don't get that. But I do think that we are teachable. I love my tan. I'm so morena and I love it, I love it, I love it. If we know that it's coming from a good place, I think we should also listen to it. If people say that, oi, you're a little bit too skinny, we shouldn't retaliate right away. Maybe you are just a little bit too skinny. Maybe it's like, don't hold back too much. If you have a health condition, then that's a completely different thing. Then that is, you are viable to say, tita or tito or lola lolo, maglisod man ko. I actually have a condition where it's physically hard for me to gain weight, or it's physically hard for me to lose weight. Di man dapat bastuson dayon, no? And I've done this before. I have encouraged my friends and said, hey, you know what, right now at our age, it is about health. I want us to be healthy. You don't need to be skinny. You don't need to lose weight. But with your lifestyle right now, maybe you and I can go work out, because I've been thinking about it. Come with me. And I've done it, and it comes from a good place, and it shouldn't hurt. And you know when it comes from a good place, because it actually makes you think and say, bitaw, no? The goal isn't to be skinny. The goal is to be healthy. And I just wish that we could kind of send that message across better. You know, that's just all that I want in life. What am I trying to say? I feel like I've just said so many things that I'm already lost. If you ask me about my body right now, I would definitely say that I am in a better place. But I know that this is temporary. I know that my body's gonna change. And so the reason why I made this video is because I wanted us to kind of accept that our body changes. It's never permanent. But I also want us to think about our health. And I also want us to change the narrative of how we converse with one another. I want us to be a little bit more open-minded or a little bit more considerate. I just don't want a person on the receiving end to be so angry to the point of having to insult another person out of defense. Because that's happened to me. I have said to people, bantay lang ka kung mudaot ko. Tanawa ko ron daot ko, ikaw batigya po kag nam. I've said that to people. And it doesn't feel good. Yes, I have that temporary sense of victory where I'm like, yes, here, I'm skinny, but fuck you. I've felt that, and it doesn't feel nice. You know, as a person, you should never have to hurt another person, even if they hurt you. It's not a nice way to think. It's not the way to be a good person. And you know, I want to create these things so that we can be a little bit more woke. We can be a little bit more, we can process the way that we think better, and we can put ourselves in a different position if we're ever put in that situation again. I hope that my message, or I hope that my experiences kind of inspire you, or kind of make you think about your life, or about your situation right now, or about your health, or about how you perceive yourself. We are all beautiful people. It doesn't matter how tall you are, how short you are, how big you are, how small you are. You are beautiful. And I hope that we all remember that. I hope that we can all be nicer to each other, and that we can all just kind of help each other out. So I hope this video is one of those things where it can help you. I don't really know. But that's kind of just the message that I wanted to relate to everyone today. So yeah, I hope that you like this series. I really don't know what it's gonna be like until I edit it, but I hope that you like it. And if you ever need someone to talk to, you can always go on the Bayhana community group, or you can message me on all my socials. I always reply to emails. My email is here. I always reply to private messages and PMs, direct messages, on every and any platform that I can get myself on. So reach out if you need someone to talk to. You can call me. If you ask me to call, I will call you. So yeah, catch you guys in the next video. Bye.